Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. We're just a week away from Christmas-ish and actually just a day or two away from my birthday. And as my birthday gift to you, from me to you for my birthday, is I wanted to share a story with you that I think might be really helpful. I know it's one of the stories that I love, but this is a story that I heard from that was told by Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield is one of the authors of the Chicken Soup books and a really wonderful person. But he tells this story about a boy who uses his imagination to create a dream. And it goes like this. I have a friend named Marty Roberts who owns a horse ranch in San Isidro in California. He has let me use his house to put on fundraising events to raise money for youth at risk programs. And the last time I was there, he introduced me by saying, I want to tell you why I let Jack use my horse. And it all goes back to a story about a young man who was the son of an itinerant horse trainer who would go from stable to stable, racetrack to racetrack, ranch to ranch, farm to farm, training horses. And as a result, the boy his high school career was continually interrupted. And when he was a senior, he was asked to write a paper about what he wanted to be and do when he grew up. And that night, he wrote a 7-page paper describing his goal of someday owning a horse ranch. He wrote about his dream in great detail, and he even drew a diagram of this 200-acre ranch showing the location of all the buildings, the stables and the track. And then he drew a detailed floor plan of a 4,000 square foot house that would sit on the 200-acre dream ranch. He put a great deal of his heart into the project, and the next day he handed in to his teacher. 2 days later, he received a paper back, and on the front was a big, large red F, and the note that read, "See me after class." The boy with the dream went to see the teacher after class and asked, "Why did I receive an F?" The teacher said, "This is an unrealistic dream for a young boy like you. You have no money. You come from an itinerant family. You have no resources. Owning a horse ranch requires a lot of money. You have to buy the land. You have to buy the original breeding stock. And later you'll have to pay huge stud fees. And there's no way you could ever do that." And the teacher handed it back to him and said, "If you'll rewrite this paper with a more realistic goal, I'll reconsider your grade." And the boy went home and he thought about it. And he thought about long and hard. And he asked his father what he should do. And his father said, "Look, son, you have to make up your own mind about this. However, I think it's a very important decision for you." Finally, after sitting with it for a week, the boy turned in the same paper, making no changes at all. And he stated, "You can keep the F, I'll keep my dream." Monty then turned to the assembled group and said, "I'll tell you this story because you're sitting in my 4,000 square foot house in the middle of my 200-acre horse ranch. I still have that school paper framed over the fireplace." He added that the best part of the story is that 2 summers ago, that same school teacher brought 30 kids to camp out on my ranch for a week. And when the teacher was leaving, he said, "Look, Marty, I can tell you this now. When I was your teacher, I was something of a dream stealer. During those years, I stole a lot of kids' dreams. Fortunately, you had enough gumption not to give up on yours." Our imagination is this mental faculty that creates our future. Don't let anyone steal that from you. Don't let anyone steal yours. It's the key to creating the life that you love. And such a great story. And it's so true. And you could tell that I was tearing up from it because it's so powerful. Because so many people will let their dream go because someone said something of that nature or something else. And one of the other things that's really great about this story is Jack Canfield, the co-author of all of those Chicken Soup for the Soul books that are now, translated in multiple languages around the world, a highly popular book series. When they presented that book to publishers, the very first version of it, they were rejected by so many publishers, and they could have given up then too. So whatever you have in mind for your dream, what do you have in mind for your dream for this coming year or for the next couple of years? Don't let anyone tell you you can't have it. And I'll tell you what, no matter what dream it is, I believe in you. Absolutely. I have seen miraculous things happen in my own life and in other lives. So you've got this. Let the dream that's in you come out and live into it. Create it. There's nothing you can imagine that you cannot create. All right. Well, I will see you next week on my, whatever it is I create for you next Thursday that hopefully will inspire you for your holiday. In the meantime, have an amazing day. I will.